For decades, buying a car followed a predictable cycle. Buy it, maintain it, repair it, trade it in, repeat every 5 to 7 years. And every cycle cost you thousands of dollars in depreciation, fuel, maintenance, and unexpected repairs. But what if that cycle ends? What if instead of upgrading every few years, you buy one car designed around simplicity, durability, and long-term ownership? Tesla Model 2 is rumored to be exactly that. Not the fastest Tesla, not the most luxurious Tesla, but possibly the smartest one. A simplified electric vehicle built for scale, lower cost, fewer moving parts, and software-driven longevity. The real question is not whether Model 2 will be cheap. The real question is whether simplicity could make it the last car you ever need to buy. Today, we are breaking down whether Tesla Model 2 is just another affordable EV or whether it represents a structural shift in car ownership itself. If you want realistic, no-hype breakdowns of Tesla's strategy, technology, and long-term ownership economics, make sure you subscribe to the channel right now. We focus on what actually scales, not internet speculation. Because sometimes, the smartest innovation is not adding more. It is removing complexity. Let us begin. Why simplicity is Tesla's real strategy. When people hear Model 2, they immediately think one thing: cheap Tesla. But that framing misses the bigger strategy. Model 2 is not just about lowering the price. It is about removing complexity. And in the automotive world, complexity is expensive. Traditional gasoline cars contain hundreds of moving engine components, multi-speed transmissions, fuel injection systems, exhaust systems, oil pumps, timing belts, spark plugs, cooling systems with multiple failure points. Every one of those parts wears down over time. Electric vehicles already eliminate many of these systems. But Tesla appears to be going even further with Model 2. The power of fewer parts. Reports suggest Tesla's next-generation platform focuses on mega casting for large structural pieces, structural battery pack integration, simplified wiring architecture, reduced interior hardware, software-first design. When you reduce part count, you reduce assembly time, failure points, maintenance cost, manufacturing complexity. This is the same philosophy Tesla applied with the Model Y using Giga casting. Instead of 70 welded pieces, one large cast structure. Less welding, less inspection, less variability. Now imagine applying that philosophy to an entire vehicle platform designed from day one for maximum simplicity. That is not cost-cutting. That is system optimization. Why simplicity increases longevity. Here is something most people do not consider. Cars do not become unusable because the motor fails. They become expensive to maintain because small components begin breaking over time. Door handles, sensors, cooling pumps, transmission issues in gasoline vehicles. If Model 2 is engineered around long-term durability and minimal mechanical complexity, the ownership curve changes. Instead of budgeting for major mechanical repairs at year 6 or 7, you may only deal with predictable wear items like tires and brake pads. And even brakes wear slower in EVs due to regenerative braking. This is where the last car you will ever buy idea begins to make sense. Not because the vehicle is immortal, but because the failure rate curve is flatter. Before we go deeper into battery life and long-term ownership economics, let me ask you something. Would you prefer a car packed with luxury features that may break over time, or a simplified machine designed to quietly last 15 to 20 years? And if you appreciate this kind of grounded breakdown instead of unrealistic hype, make sure you are subscribed. We are about to move into the most important factor that determines whether Model 2 could truly be a long-term vehicle. The battery question: will it actually last? Now we arrive at the most important factor in the last car you will ever buy conversation: the battery. Because no matter how simple the platform is, if the battery degrades quickly, long-term ownership collapses. So let us break this down clearly. Modern LFP chemistry changes everything. Tesla has increasingly shifted toward LFP, lithium iron phosphate, batteries for its more affordable vehicles. LFP batteries offer longer cycle life, greater thermal stability, lower fire risk, lower material cost. They do not have the highest energy density. But for a vehicle designed around simplicity and daily commuting, maximum range is not the priority. Longevity is. Many LFP cells are rated for 3,000 to 5,000 full charge cycles before dropping below 80% capacity. Let us do simple math. If you drive 12,000 miles per year and charge every few days, that could translate into 15 to 20 years of usable battery life before significant degradation. That is already beyond the typical ownership period of most cars. Structural battery integration. Tesla's structural battery pack design integrates the battery directly into the chassis. This reduces redundant structural weight, part count, complexity, manufacturing cost, but it also increases rigidity. Less chassis flex means less long-term stress on components. A stiffer vehicle structure often translates into better long-term durability. That matters for decade-long ownership. Software extends mechanical life. Another factor people underestimate is software. Tesla vehicles receive over-the-air updates that improve battery management, thermal control, energy efficiency, motor optimization. Unlike traditional cars that age mechanically without improvement, Tesla vehicles can evolve digitally. That extends usable life. Instead of becoming outdated, the vehicle continues receiving software improvements. This changes the ownership psychology. It no longer feels obsolete after 5 years. Now pause for a moment. If a simplified Tesla Model 2 with LFP chemistry could realistically last 15 to 20 years with minimal major repairs, does the idea of last car you will ever buy still sound unrealistic? Or does it begin to feel possible? Before we move into depreciation and resale economics, take a second to like this video if you are enjoying the breakdown. And if you have not already, subscribe to the channel so you do not miss our deep dives into Tesla's long-term ownership strategy. Now let us talk about something even more important than battery chemistry: depreciation. The depreciation curve, the hidden cost killer. Now let us talk about something that quietly destroys wealth: depreciation. Most people do not lose money on maintenance first. They lose money on value loss. A traditional gasoline car often loses 20% of its value in the first year, 50% within 5 to 6 years, up to 70% within 10 years. That is not maintenance. That is silent financial erosion. Now here is where Tesla Model 2 could change the equation. 1. Simplicity slows obsolescence. When a car is packed with complex mechanical systems, failure risk increases with age. As vehicles age, repair costs rise. That pushes resale value down. But if Model 2 is engineered around fewer mechanical parts, durable LFP chemistry, simplified electronics, modular components, the long-term risk perception drops, and resale value follows risk perception. A car expected to last 15 to 20 years holds value differently than a car expected to fail at year 8. 2. Software longevity changes perception. Traditional vehicles do not improve after purchase. They only age. Tesla vehicles can receive performance updates, efficiency improvements, user interface upgrades, feature expansions. That keeps older vehicles relevant longer. If Model 2 continues receiving software support for a decade or more, depreciation curves could flatten compared to traditional compact cars. Not because it is luxury, but because it remains digitally modern. 3. Affordable entry price reduces financial shock. Depreciation hurts most when the initial price is high. If Model 2 enters the market at a lower price point compared to other Tesla vehicles, even normal depreciation feels less painful. A $30,000 vehicle losing 50% feels very different than a $60,000 vehicle losing 50%. Lower entry price plus durability equals lower long-term ownership stress. Now here is the key psychological shift. If a car holds value reasonably well, requires minimal maintenance, and continues receiving software support, you stop thinking about replacing it. And when replacement anxiety disappears, ownership becomes calm. That is where the last car you will ever buy concept begins to make emotional sense. But there is one more piece to examine: manufacturing scale and affordability. Because if Model 2 cannot be produced at massive scale efficiently, none of this matters. Manufacturing scale, the real deciding factor. Now we arrive at the core of everything. Simplicity only works if it scales. Because a car designed to last 20 years means nothing if it cannot be produced efficiently and affordably for millions of people. This is where Tesla's manufacturing philosophy becomes critical. The unboxed production strategy. Tesla has hinted at a new production method often referred to as unboxed manufacturing. Instead of a traditional linear assembly line, the vehicle is built in large modular sections that come together at the final stage. Combined with Giga casting, this allows fewer robots, shorter factory footprint, faster production cycles, reduced labor cost, lower capital expenditure per vehicle. Lower production cost per unit creates pricing flexibility. Pricing flexibility increases accessibility. Accessibility increases scale, and scale reduces cost even further. This positive feedback loop is how long-term affordability is achieved. Why scale changes ownership economics. If Tesla produces Model 2 at massive volume, three things happen. Replacement parts become widely available and affordable. Software support remains active for longer due to large user base. Secondary market demand stays strong. A large installed base creates an ecosystem, and ecosystems extend product lifespan. This is the same reason certain Toyota models last decades. High production volume supports long-term service infrastructure. Tesla appears to be aiming for that same durability reputation, but with electric architecture. The hidden advantage, vertical integration. Tesla controls battery production, software development, power electronics, charging infrastructure. That vertical integration reduces dependency on external suppliers. It also allows faster iteration and cost control. If Model 2 becomes the most produced Tesla ever, cost per unit could drop to levels that redefine what an entry-level electric vehicle means. And when affordability meets durability, ownership cycles stretch. Now pause and think about this carefully. If Tesla successfully combines LFP battery longevity, simplified mechanical design, massive production scale, software support over decades, would there still be a reason to replace your car every 5 years? Or would upgrading become optional instead of necessary? Before we conclude, take a moment to subscribe if you have not already. We are about to summarize whether Model 2 truly has the potential to be the smartest long-term car purchase of this decade. Is Model 2 really the smartest last car you will ever buy? So now we bring everything together. Is Tesla Model 2 guaranteed to be the last car you will ever buy? No car is truly permanent. But that is not the right question. The real question is this. Could Model 2 reduce the need to replace your car for 15 to 20 years? And based on what we know about Tesla's direction, the answer is increasingly yes. Why this time is different? Model 2 is not being designed as a luxury experiment. It appears to be engineered around 4 pillars: simplicity, durability, cost efficiency, massive scale. LFP batteries offer long cycle life. Mega casting reduces structural complexity. Software support extends digital relevance. Unboxed manufacturing lowers production cost. Each of these alone is useful. Together, they change ownership dynamics. The emotional shift. For decades, cars have felt temporary. You buy, you worry about repairs. You watch value drop. You plan your next upgrade. But if Model 2 is engineered to require minimal mechanical maintenance, maintain battery health for well over a decade, continue receiving software improvements, hold reasonable resale value, the urgency to replace disappears. And when urgency disappears, ownership becomes calm. That calmness is what makes the last car concept powerful. Not immortality, predictability. The honest reality. Model 2 will not eliminate tire replacements, brake wear, insurance costs, registration fees, but it could eliminate oil changes, transmission failures, exhaust system repairs, fuel cost volatility, major engine breakdown anxiety. That alone is a structural improvement over traditional vehicles. And if Tesla executes manufacturing scale properly, affordability will follow. Now I want your honest perspective. Would you rather own one durable, simplified vehicle for 15 to 20 years? Or do you prefer upgrading every 5 years for new features and status? Comment below and let us discuss. If you believe simplicity is the smartest long-term strategy in technology and ownership, make sure you subscribe and turn on notifications. We break down Tesla's strategy in a way that looks beyond hype and into sustainable economics. And in the next video, we will analyze whether Tesla's manufacturing innovations could force traditional automakers to completely redesign how cars are built. Thank you for watching. I will see you in the next one. Rocket!